Well, the impact I hope to have, I don't. Some of the reason that I do this is because someone has to do this. Someone has to stand in the gap on the abortion issue, and someone has to be able to offer these things. So I think that simply the impact you want to have anytime you go out is to take what you've got in front of you and do the very best you can to help the people who are there in a way they wouldn't have been helped otherwise. In some ways, it's as simple as that. In other ways, thinking long term about what am I about? What are the things that make me tick as a communicator? Because I've been handed this incredible legacy. I cannot say enough about how much I love and respect Scott, and how much I love and respect Jay and Mike Sherrard and others who have poured into me, and you, Greg.
On the LTI team, for those in those cases, right?
LTI
Yes.
and Apologetics Inc.
Mm-hmm. And then Apologetics Inc. also. I know that what makes me excited, the things I want to read and study, deal with this idea that began that first night when I heard Scott speak. The truth is very beautiful. We live in a world that is starving for beauty. It thinks it's obsessed with beauty, but beauty is defined so narrowly in our culture that people are starving for it. And so I can just see the way that can pair with presenting these apologetics cases. And I think if I bring something to the table, that I'm trying every time that I build a presentation for it to be something like a work of art. I want people to see how beautiful the truth is. I want them to see Jesus, maybe a little bit in the way that I see him, so that they would be, it reminds me of Pascal, make good men wish that it were true, and then prove that it is. And so I think it's the both and. It's not only true, but it's the thing we want the most. So when I communicate, whether it's through speaking or I hope through some writing, my background's in writing, and I'd love to marry what I've learned in Christian apologetics with that background and see what I can do there. But moving forward, there is just something wonderful and beautiful about being human and about the Christian story.
You know, it makes me think of learning, like a lot of the apologetic stuff is very satisfying to see the harmony and the unity and it all come together, the coherence of the Christian worldview. That's one reason that I like the story of reality, for example, because I was able to really work at trying to show that. But I realized that in writing that this is, there's an aesthetic to it as well. There's beauty in the story, and this is something that really resonates with you.